Hello everyone, welcome to this pickapile. Go ahead and choose which one is resonating to you and we will get started. Pause the video if you need to take some time, but just go with what your gut is saying, your first reaction, just go with it. Hello, pile number one. You have chosen this Rhyolite bird's eye stone. It's so pretty. It helps you see the big picture of things and it helps promote strength and confidence. All right, so let's see what you have coming out. Morning dew, clarity, fresh start, and a positive outlook. You've got Badger Spirit, be fearless and bold. Ooh, deep dive into a task, diving into a task, and you have part of fortune. Let's see. All right. And then you have, let's see, Feast of Plenty, Swan Spirit, love, and the second bloom, a second chance. It's never too late, new possibilities. All right, so you are definitely in this energy of new beginnings and new possibilities and this fresh start. This is a time for you to be bold and be fearless and really hone in on what it is that you want, where you want to go in life. I do believe that, oh, that's so funny. Deep dive here. So Swan Spirit, time for a deep dive, and then deep diver, diving into a task. So I'm definitely feeling like there's work to be done. Also with this Feast of Plenty, choices and their consequences. So as you're moving forward and being bold as you move forward, you definitely need to be thinking of what choices lay before you and what is going to come from those choices. And I know you can't predict everything, obviously, but I am seeing that your choices are going to have sweet results. There's this little bee here, and bee signifies sweet results. For me, that's how I interpret that. And so you need to understand that if you can move into this new phase with love for yourself and love for your surroundings and your life, the choices that you've made thus far, if you can come to it from a place of love, the choices that you make are going to propel you in the right direction, because when you come from a place of love, everything grows and prospers. And I was kind of drawn to these two cards. Both spirit cards have flowers, which is funny. Interesting, I should say. But, oh, and then this bloom card. So when you come from a place of love, things are going to blossom and things are really going to propel you in a place of happiness and joy. And there's also going to be rewards. We kind of talked about the sweet rewards, but the part of fortune card is things will increase, your abundance will increase. I'm also hearing for some of you, your mindset, there's going to be a shift there into this positive kind of outlook. Okay, I keep getting drawn back to these choices. So choices are hard. Sometimes making a choice is difficult. And here we have the two swords, which are representing, two sides, two different choices that you have to make. But what you need to understand is there's goodness in both choices. Things are going to be coming from both. You're basically led back to the same outcome. It's just the journey that you take. Okay, so going back to these two cards, because I feel like these ones are kind of representative of you in a sense. You are definitely in a stage where you are going to be receiving some clarity on the direction that you need to take and clarity with the choices that you have to make. Don't sit around and just wait for this clarity. Dive into your work. Dive into something that you love, right? This is pointing straight to love. So you need to create opportunities and create time, carve out time in your schedule to do things that you love, because you almost need, it's not a distraction, but you need that energy in order to gain the clarity for the choices that you have to make, because you have had some things that have ended, relationship, careers, projects, contracts, and enable for you to move forward, you need to kind of have that distraction in the sense of that distraction of a task. And be bold, and that's where the bold and fairness comes into play, is you being bold in carving out the time for you. Because some of you, it's difficult for you to carve out time for yourself, but this is something that needs to happen in order for you to be able to kind of move into this next stage. And so that you have that energy for something new to blossom and something new to grow. You want that to come from a place of love. And so have fun with this. I feel like this is a really encouraging reading for you all. Whatever you're, wanting to dive into, be bold and go into that head first, but make sure you do it from a place that is making you feel a love for it. If it feels like a chore or drudgery, that is not the type of energy that you want here. That's going to make the choices more difficult. So keep making the choices that feel like love. Okay, that is your reading. Thank you so much, pile 1. All right, pile 2, you have this Onyx. It is for protection and grounding, and also promotes self-confidence. All right, let's see what your cards are. Pile 2. Okay, we have the Rose Garden, Innocence, Forgiveness, and Be Gentle to Yourself. We have Armadillo Spirit, Set Healthy Boundaries. Then we have the Farther Gate, Bold Step Forward. And Void of Course Moon. We also have Eyes of the Eagle, Rising Above the Fray. Wolf Spirit, Turn Knowledge into Wisdom. Ooh, Fire Element, Desire. And we end with Brothers of the Rose, Sacred Masculine, Honor, Protection, and Support. All right, here, pile 2. Okay, there is something that has happened either to you or you have done something that there needs to be some forgiveness. You also need to be gentle with yourself in this situation, because I don't think this situation was malicious. I think this was more of like a misunderstanding. Maybe the communication was off. The communication was off between you and the other person. I don't know how innocent the other person is in this situation. It feels like you came to this with a sense of innocence and wanting, the best for everyone involved. And I'm hearing that you need to set boundaries with this person and a little bit with yourself. I think some of you feel like you're getting walked all over and, by this person. And that is why you need to be setting the boundaries. And for some of you, that's a very difficult thing. But if you do not set boundaries, you're in this, there's a gate here that's open and then a farther gate that's closed. And you are never going to reach that farther gate if you can't set your boundaries, because you're going to be stuck in here. Those gates will never open because you haven't set those boundaries. And you owe it to yourself to set boundaries, especially with this person. I'm kind of getting this sense that they're not malicious, but they're not innocent either. Like they kind of knew what they were doing and they still chose to do it. But they do feel bad about it now. Okay. So you're needing to kind of rise above this situation and be able to see it holistically. I feel like there are some other people involved. You don't necessarily need to see their perspective, but you need to have an understanding that there were some other influences in this situation. This person that hurt you was influenced by others, and there might be other people involved that you need to set boundaries with. I'm not saying that you need to completely cut these people off, but this is a good analogy. When they ask you how, to jump, you do not need to ask them how high. If they're inviting you to things and you're just not feeling it that day, it is okay to say no. I'm also hearing, for some of you, it's okay to say no when they ask you to do things, tasks, favors. For some of you, this feels like, they've asked for so many favors and you're keeping this running list, and there's all these favors that you have done for them, but they haven't reciprocated. And because of that, the relationship is kind of off course. Do you see how this light, it comes down and then it veers off to the right? It's kind of crooked. That's the relationship. It used to be kind of this solid relationship, but now there's this void in it, and it's kind of getting off course, and it's not really the relationship that you thought you were signing up for in the beginning. I'm definitely seeing, okay, this person is kind of fiery, has this desire to still be around you, but I'm getting this impression that they don't have your best interest at heart. They want to be involved with you because they know that you do things for them. So it's a very take. They're taking a lot from you, which is why Wolf Spirit has come up, because you need to really turn inward. Kind of both of these, they're set on top of each other. This color schemes are very similar. You need to turn inward and find your own inner wisdom. You need to decide what is wise in this relationship and how you want to play a part in this relationship from here on out, and that is going to help guide your boundaries. Now there's also, so this Brother of the Rose, this is a very masculine card, the energy of it. So you're dealing with someone very masculine. I'm not saying that it is a man, but someone very masculine. And that's why they've been able to take so much from you, because there is that masculine energy that's very demanding. And you need to find a way to kind of tap into your own masculine energy and bring up a protective energy, protecting yourself when it comes to this person. Because right now, you're not doing that for yourself. They're kind of running the show when it comes to the relationship. And I keep hearing that you need to have a backbone when it comes to them. Okay. Pile 2, that is your reading. I hope that helped give some clarification with this relationship and how to move forward with it. Okay, pile 3, you have this blue Kyanite. It helps balance all of the chakras. It is for loyalty, fairness, and communication. All right, pile 3, let's see what we've got for you. We have healing the mother line, healing ancestral work, mother line, and growing up. We have that along with the turkey spirit, give with gratitude and grace. In the hand, the universe is your partner. And Virgo, I analyze. We also have the dream thief, refusal of the call. We have rhino spirit, overcome any obstacle. We have 12th house, escape. And then we end with the fertile void, inner winter, rest, patience, potency, and secret beginnings. All right, pile 3, there is definitely healing that is going on. You kind of you're having I want to say an inner crisis in a sense. Maybe not that dramatic, maybe just some inner confusion, some inner, unsureness about yourself. And we need to clear that up. So I think why the healing mother line came into play is because you need to nurture yourself. You need to treat yourself the way you want your mother to treat you. And don't think about your mother here in this life, just the concept that you have of a mother energy. what that looks like, what that feels like, you need to provide that for yourself right now. There is a little bit of that like sternness too with yourself and having self-discipline and needing to grow up. For some of you, there is a little bit of that kind of sternness that a mother can have, but it's definitely motherly love, and that is something that you are needing right now. Okay, so I feel like Spirit is definitely like holding you up right now, this card right here in the hand, right? It's coming into play and kind of supporting you in the sense of like how this mother card is, that you're just needing to be mothered right now. You are analyzing everything in your life. And because you are analyzing everything, you're wanting to escape it. Typically this card feels a little more like rest and rejuvenation, but for this reading, it's a total escape. Like you are wanting to run from everything because there's just too much. But Rhino Spirit came in and is telling you that you can overcome this. You can overcome whatever this situation is that is making you feel like you want to run and escape. Part of why you're feeling all of this and why there is an obstacle in your life, why you're feeling frustrated and kind of stuck, is because you are not doing what you are meant to do in life. And I'm not meaning just as a career, but there is something that you are wanting to do that you're not allowing yourself to. And you need to have gratitude and grace for yourself in this situation and be able to just say to yourself, I am going to do this. I feel drawn to whatever it is, planting a garden, taking up sewing, going skydiving. I don't know, whatever the thing is. It's time to kind of like pick up that phone and answer and say, yes, I'm here for it. I'm going to do it 100%, whatever that looks like for you, because your soul is screaming out for something more and feeling like it's very deep. Some of you, it's very spiritual. It's very colorful too. Like there's a lot of joy here that will come when you finally pick up that phone and say, I'm here, baby. But that's what's created all of these obstacles, because your soul is not truly satisfied. Now, I'm not saying to quit your job and uproot your life and move and none of that. What I'm saying is start to explore those things that are calling to you, whatever they may be. Because we're down here to experience this life, and your soul is feeling that hunger for excitement and adventure and learning and exploring. Okay, so do you see how these two cards are kind of the same? If you continue to refuse this call, this is kind of where you're headed. You're going to kind of live in this perpetual winter state, right? Where it's cold and things aren't moving. And if that's kind of calling to you where you're needing rest and you're just like, I cannot analyze anymore, these obstacles are taking me for a whirl, maybe it is time for you to retreat and rest and kind of live in this void, because beginnings can come from that if you're feeling like you need rest. I feel like there are some of you that are that way. There are some of you that want to get out of that, and that's where these cards, I mean, the difference between these and these two, like these are bright and beautiful and there's light in them, and you can get here. This is the key to feeling that bright light, is doing those things that have been calling to you for quite some time. Some of you, it's been an instant though. It was like yesterday you had this idea and you got really excited about it, and maybe someone shut you down. And you started analyzing it, right? Don't listen to other people. You need to go inward. You need to ask yourself the questions, and you need to find the answers from yourself. The way that you can do that is by being quiet, going for a walk by yourself. Now, I'm not saying you have to do like meditate for hours, but maybe sit on the couch without your phone for 5 minutes and just listen. Your mind's going to start going crazy. You're going to start having all these thoughts and you're going to start analyzing them. But let that kind of flow through you until you get this feeling of excitement and joy and pleasure, and follow that, because that's what's going to lead to the goodness. And when you do have that experience, show gratitude. Just to the higher self, to God, spirit, whatever you believe in, just have that gratitude. Even have gratitude for yourself for figuring it out on your own, because that is huge. Oh, pile 3, this was a great reading. All right, pile 4, you have this Rutilated quartz. It is like vibrational healing. It is also for spiritual growth. Okay, pile 4, let's see what these cards have for you. We have the bloom, creations realized, right time, harvest, celebrate. Sweet results await, the bee spirit. We also have sky bridge, possibility for union. We have lunar eclipse, change. Cosmic womb, the divine feminine. We have spider spirit, make your dreams real. Mars, force. And after the rain, silver lining, relief, hope, mercy, it's over, acceptance. All right. This is definitely a time for connecting the dots. It's a very creative time and a celebratory time. There's been a change that's happened. For some of you, it's been a forced change, which has been difficult for you, but it's over now, that force. So the change is here. It's time to accept it and just accept it for what it is. Some of you have wrapped up a project, a job project, home thing. Yeah, definitely like a home project, a big work project. And it's time to celebrate that. You're in this stage where now it's time to kind of reap the rewards of your hard work. And I'm hearing and it's time to keep moving on though, because there's more goodness coming. It's time to sit in your mind a little bit and dream about what your next move is, dream about what you want your life to look like, even just dream about whatever your next project is. There's definitely a nurturing element here with the divine feminine, but a rebirth of an idea, a new project, things of that nature. For some of you, this project has been a bit much. The next project's going to be a lot. And there is going to be a silver lining there though, because there's a beautiful union that takes place. I'm not sure if it has already taken place or if it's about to, but someone's coming. There's a person that's coming to help you along the way, and you each put in 50-50. Like you each have put in a step. You take turns taking a piece of you and putting it into this project, and because of that, that's kind of the silver lining, is that you're not needing to do so much work on your own. I do feel that it's not going to be 100% harmonious all of the time. Like there is definitely some high energy between the two of you, but keep your communication clear, set your boundaries, really listen to each other, like set this standard for communication before you start on the project so that it runs more smoothly. It's definitely, yes, the right time to keep moving forward. You've had this momentum and it's time to keep it going. Even though it's changing, whatever this project is or this structure, it is changing and it's looking different, but there's so much hope in it. It feels very exciting and hopeful and energizing. And it's also, it's going to show you a piece of you that's been kind of small. These two, spider and bee, are really small insects, right, compared to other animals. And so this project and this process that you've gone through from where you've just finished and where it's changing and where you're moving to, it's going to show you a piece of you that's been kind of hidden, and a piece of you that really feels good, that you can be very proud of. And part of that comes through this partnership here. I think for some of you, because with this partnership, you're really able to stand in a power that you haven't felt before, a place of leadership and honesty and inspiration, and it feels really, really good. All right, pile 4, this was a beautiful reading. I hope that you liked it, and please, give a thumbs up and a subscribe. I hope to do another Pick Your Pile if it's what you guys have enjoyed. Thank you. I'll see you next time.